I brought my friend Johnny Millenium out because we are talking about Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, and he might be a big fan. And
small fan.
Thank you to Capital City Arcade in New Westminster for letting us shoot here today. Johnny to join us today because he is, like I am, an enormous fan of SNK.
Huge fan.
This franchise, but you are even more granular, you know, more details. You have gone all in. You've got the hat. Let's put it that way.
I brought the hat out.
Yeah.
I was going to bring my full gear, but I'm going to scale it back a little bit because the last time for the Samurai Showdown review I did, it kind of scared Vic a little bit.
You've got a little special guest for our Samurai Showdown review today. This is Johnny SNK from the Happy Console Gamer.
I wore my best clothes just for you
look
today.
like a NASCAR racer, man.
Do you know what? I'm a Neo Geo gangster.
Oh.
So I'm like, I'll just do the hat today.
You look rad, man.
But I had to because, yes, as you're saying, big SNK fan as you are,
Yep.
26 years later, we are getting a sequel.
Yep.
We are getting Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. And we had Mark of the Wolves 26 years ago. And we've been waiting this amount of time for this? So there's been a lot of hype leading up to this. And does this game live up to the hype?
Well, first I got to ask, was it an arcade like this that you were first exposed to Fatal Fury and
Yes.
having an experience like that?
And I remember it very well because I had my Street Fighter 2 machine. I was very proud of that.
Yeah.
I became very good at it. And one day, there was an SNK Neo Geo machine.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they had this brand new game called Fatal Fury in there. And I'm like, what is this? And it was a bit more of a sluggy kind of playing style.
Yep.
But I loved it. I loved the characters. I loved Terry. I loved Southtown. I fell in love with it.
They're just creative geniuses at SNK, aren't they? Like,
Well, they are.
So many amazing. I've been playing Metal Slug on my Neo Geo
Yes.
Pocket adapter on my Analog Pocket. I just can't believe the inventiveness and the choices that they make. And their fighting games, they're world renowned for their fighting choices.
Well, it was mostly fighting games on the Neo Geo that took over when Street Fighter became big, and they brought out King of Fighters '94 and the Art of Fighting series, and they just kept bringing them on more and more and more, and we kept eating them up. And all these years later, we're still playing them.
Still playing them, and of course they made the move to 3D. They did the Samurai Showdown kind of reinvention a few years ago, which we talked about. I love that. It was Samurai Showdown that really made me fall in love with SNK. I got to meet one of the creators of the franchise when I visited SNK in Osaka, and I've just been blown away by all of these different adventures and choices and tastes that they've given us. But I have to admit, I cannot keep all of these different fighting games straight.
Oh, I can.
But you can. And there's so much lore in the Fatal Fury universe. Obviously, Terry Bogard.
That's right.
Is the big cover boy for a long time. But
the all-American hero type of guy of Southtown.
And they've also had Rock as well, has stepped into the limelight big
and
time.
Rock was Geese Howard's son.
Yep.
I'm wearing my Geese Howard shirt right now.
That's right.
And so Terry Bogard decided to train Rock Howard, and we've got into Mark of the Wolves, which was a different kind of thing than the regular Fatal Fury games. It took place a little bit more in the future. Terry lost his regular gear. He lost his hat, even though it's in some of the stages in City of the Wolves, which is nice to see. But it was a change, and Mark of the Wolves was a big change. And I've gone on record saying it's up there. It's a 10 out of 10 fighting game, and it was in my 10 out of 10, my 10 out of 10 fighting games years ago. I just absolutely love it.
So I picked the right guy to talk about City of the Wolves,
obviously.
I love it. So this is a direct sequel that people that know the Fatal Fury franchise have been waiting for forever.
Yes. So that's what's so fascinating about it. And I never thought we'd see it ever happen.
Right.
Because Neo Geo, SNK was going through some hard times. They got bought up by a guy with a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I think that rejuvenated Neo Geo and SNK.
Well, and also the esports world too, right? Like people have been eating up the
Evo stuff,
Yeah, to be able to play these games and tournaments and things like that. The incredibly technical fighting game, this one especially, but
we're going to get into all of that for sure.
The series in general, it's really meant for people that know the minutia. There's so much detail in this game.
So much detail, so much lore.
Yep.
And so we're bringing back all of the characters from Mark of the Wolves, and we have a few new additions.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about them to begin with?
Yeah, we've got a DJ.
Yes.
And what's his name again? I forget his name.
Salvatore Ganacci.
Okay,
I just want to say,
a real DJ.
Like a real DJ in real life.
Yes.
both me and you,
I don't know
being
him.
older guys, I'm sorry, we didn't know who that was.
Don't know him.
I didn't know who that was.
I do know who Cristiano Ronaldo is.
I didn't know who he was at first, too.
You thought he was a DJ.
No, I knew he was a big footballer from what I found out. And I just want to talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
This is very unusual.
It's very weird, yes.
And I'm not hating on these characters by any stretch of the imagination, but it's weird, for SNK to take real life human beings and put them in, say, City of the Wolves here.
And
that's never happened with, And
there's some really cheesy lines in this game.
Your music gets my whole body moving. Don't know why, but I'm really feeling the rhythm.
Yes.
It's fun.
It's fun.
And I like that they're playing. Like, what the hell? Obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo, I think he's a part owner in the whole enterprise, an SNK or an investor. That's what I've read.
Is he really?
I think there's some
I didn't know that.
Obviously, money exchanged hands, but I think there's an investment there. And if Ronaldo's a fan of games and he's going to bring people to more games and bring people specifically to SNK games, I give that a big thumbs up.
I think that's why they picked them, because they have star power in Europe.
Totally.
And they're like, you know what? These guys have a big draw. Let's bring in a new audience, as you just saw.
And Ronaldo uses a soccer ball. So he kicks at his opponents. His arms are pretty weak. He's kind of like a T-Rex, right?
Yeah.
The way that he fights, he basically can't get in there. But with his legs, he's pretty damn good.
And Salvatore Ganacci is so strange of a character as well. I'm like, these are two characters that I would not play. I play as Rock, and I play as Terry Bogard, but they're fascinating additions.
I'm a Rock guy as well.
There's many different modes in this game.
I know.
Let's talk about that. So we have an offline arcade game, we have the versus mode, we have online matches, and then you can also play episodes of Southtown, which is a single player fighting game RPG where you can pick your character, you go all through the city, leveling up, just fighting regular people at times, and just unlocking the story of Southtown, which is a fascinating place. Has always been the birthplace of the Fatal Fury series. And I was happy to see that, because they did that in Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And it's not as robust, it's not as, I think, ambitious as the Street Fighter 6 story.
No, it's not.
And it doesn't have all of the modes, it doesn't have all. And the other thing that we got to say, too, is we didn't play it online. We actually got together and played a little bit together.
Yes, we played today.
We played a lot of solo player, single player. So my favorite of what I experienced was the episodes of Southtown. I thought that was a really fun experience, because it's also training you on how to play the game, and it starts you with very low-level fighters, and sometimes it's you against 3 people or something, and you're learning the ins and outs of the characters. And I gravitated towards Rock. And I also like Preacha, who is this kickboxer
You were
character.
playing with her today against me. I was kind of surprised you're not bad.
Yeah, I like Preacha. Yeah, she's got some pretty good flow. But I have to say that this game doesn't reward me in quite as easy a way as Street Fighter 6 did.
I disagree with you here.
I think that the rewards are in there, but I'm not as hardcore a fighting game player as you probably are and many other people out there. So I don't play these things only, right?
Right,
so
of course.
I play a lot of different things, and I found fighting in Fatal Fury, even compared to Samurai Showdown from SNK, which I did feel a lot more flow. It was harder for me to find the flow with the D-pad on the PlayStation 5 controller, which is the system that we both played this game on. I just could not get those rotationals, and I could not figure out.
It's one of those things, and that's the wonderful thing here is for everybody out there who feels the same way, there's tutorials in here.
Just stay with it,
And the tutorials are deep, and they're rich, and they're intense. And I'm still doing some of the later level tutorials.
Yes.
Because we have a whole new system here. We got the Rev system, and which goes in conjunction with the SPG system.
Yes.
And the SPG is basically where you want to put your icon for that on your health bar, so you can put it in the middle or in the end or in the beginning.
So you're kind of betting that against your.
You're kind of betting that. So I always go all in with my SPG right at the beginning, and just try to get in there and do my rev arts, and there's rev guards. There's a lot going on here.
Oh my God!
We can spend an hour just talking about all
counters,
the systems.
There's reversals.
Yes.
There is these things called wild punish, where it just the game is kind of sending you signals that you're kicking ass for a second, and of course there's all of these beautiful full screen flourishes when you pull off the right moves at the right time. It is a beautiful game. Great
really
backgrounds. I love the Hippo seafood restaurant.
Yes, that's my favorite too. I love that.
There's one where they're painting a boat. You can see all of the artwork, and there's some cool little animations.
We got Terry Bogard's background there on the train. I'd love to see that again. I want to say I was very impressed with the visuals. it was one of those games where I'm like saying to my wife, "Hey, come out of the bedroom.
Pops, man.
You gotta check this out.
Yeah.
Check this out. Look at this stage."
Yes.
And she's like, "Wow." And I felt like some young kid
Yeah.
bragging my video game, and I haven't felt that for a very long time with a fighting game.
You have a beautiful 4K TV. I've
Sure.
got one. We're both playing this on PS5 Pros.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It was just humming. It was really,
It's
it's a
beautiful.
beautiful game.
Yeah.
I just wish I was better at it.
Well,
That's my only thing.
Honestly, the game flow is there for me. It
Yeah.
feels great.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something controversial, and I
Yeah.
really don't care.
Yeah.
It's not a knock against Street Fighter 6 because I love Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
I like this game better than Street Fighter 6.
That's fine. I think
really
that
do.
there's going to be a ton of SNK fans out there that are going to...
There's going to be.
And tons of just general fighting fans are going to... We're eating well right now. Tekken 8 was amazing.
Yes.
Street Fighter 6 is amazing. The last Mortal Kombat was so much fun as well.
so much. So
There's
much
so
oil.
much choice in this 3D realm.
Yeah.
And I love this too. Even though it was kicking my ass and you beat me 8 games to nothing. And I got one knockdown on you and then you just trounced me. But I still love the game. And
Yeah,
it's
and
so
I-
addictive. Like I want to go back and play it online and just
Yeah.
keep getting better and better with it.
And that's the thing. It's one of
Yeah.
those games where I knew over the weekend I played it all week.
Yeah.
But over the weekend, I started finishing all of the story campaigns. So I was just playing through the game as Rock, playing through the game as Mai,
Yeah.
playing through the game as all of the other characters, just because I wanted to.
It's
And
so fun.
And I
Even
wanted,
in single player, it's that much fun.
yeah, and I want to say something here
Yeah.
for everybody who loves the lore of Mark of the Wolves. In City of the Wolves, they build on that, and I won't ruin anything.
Yeah.
But we go forward with a lot of storylines, and yeah, I'm not. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Let's have some fun.
What's cool is that SNK has built up this legacy of all of these incredible 2D games.
Yep.
And there's the Capcom versus SNK stuff that's going to be coming to the Fighting Collection 2
Right.
very soon, which I'll be talking about very soon. And you see all of these incredible games, but they have, I think, effectively made this transition to 3D over the last couple of iterations. Like
Beautiful.
Samurai Showdown is gorgeous and really fun and it's its own special thing.
Yeah.
And I think Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is as well. This is a great fighting
And
game.
if you had told me, honestly, maybe even 3 years ago, there's going to be a game that was better looking than Mark of the Wolves, because I'm so part of that time period in 1999.
Yeah.
When I first saw that game, even the year 2006, when I was still playing it, I was like, it doesn't get better than this.
Yeah.
And then they delivered this game, and it's better than that.
Yeah.
And the one thing I also want to say, you were bringing up SNK versus Capcom.
Yeah.
It's very exciting because Terry and Mai showed up in Street Fighter 6, where guess what? Chun-Li and Ken are showing up in City of the
So
Wolves,
cool.
in DLC coming out.
Yeah.
Day one purchase for me.
Yeah.
It's got everything I want now, Vic.
Yeah.
I got Terry and I got Ken Masters together. I'm set.
And you know, everybody's going to make that comparison between Street Fighter 6 and City of the Wolves, and you don't have to.
You don't really have to.
They're
I'm
both
gonna-
freaking great.
They're both great.
Yeah.
I'm saying that too.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is. Like a sequel to Mark of the Wolves has just won me over so much.
Yeah.
I love everything about this game. I love all the modes.
It's
I love
hard for me not to
everything
think
about
of
it.
like the open world story mode in Street Fighter 6 though, and
I
the
know,
whole
I know.
fighting
It-
online and walking up to arcade machines.
Yes.
Like and all the
Yes, it's
There's
cool.
quite a bit of customization in this, but it's
not on the level.
It's not that same.
Yeah,
at all.
but you know, like it works for me. I'm just
Yep.
glad.
No,
to
I
be
hear
hon-
you.
To be honest with you, I just thought I was getting a fighting game, so this
Yeah.
other bonus thing
Yeah.
was kind of a surprise to me. So very thrilled to get that.
What are you going to give Fatal Fury City of the Wolves?
I've thought about it all weekend,
Yeah.
and I'm going to say something shocking, and
Yeah.
I rarely do this, for a game, just a brand new game. 10 out of 10.
Oh, brother, I love it.
10 out of
No,
10.
man, you love what you love.
I love it so much, Rick.
I'm an 8.5,
Yeah.
and I'm still 9.5, 10 even for Street Fighter 6. But
Yeah.
you got to get this game if you are into SNK or fighting games. You're going to love it.
It's a pure gift.